What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of The First 15, the series where I bring you guys the first 15 minutes of a fragrance. If you guys recall, the first episode was on a fragrance from the House of Imaginary Authors called Telegramma. That was a very powdery and sweet vanillic lavender fragrance. But this is going to be another fragrance from the House of Imaginary Authors. I did get this bottle in a bundle deal, and it's a partial bottle, and I don't have the box, so I figured it'd be a perfect candidate for this series. It is Every Storm a Serenade. If you guys can get that there. So yeah, this is a unisex aromatic aquatic fresh green fragrance released in 2015. The nose behind this fragrance is Josh Mayer. It is an eau de parfum concentration. Don't know much about this fragrance. I do really like the designs from the bottles of the house. They have very cool artwork on here, silver cap, silver atomizers. They do have a bit of a indie house look, but I love that look, so it's not a knock on them. I do love the wraparound stickers they have on their bottles, and I do like how they have the name of the fragrance on the side here. That way you can stack them up like books, and you can pull one out just by having by looking at the name. But yeah, do like these bottles, and I do like how they put the notes on the back. So I'll go ahead and read the notes to you guys when this finally zooms. So the notes in this fragrance are Danish spruce, eucalyptus, vetiver, cologne, ambergris, and sea mist. And I do believe cologne is a synthetic melon note, or supposed to be watermelon and or melon, light, airy, and fruity. So again, haven't heard anything about this fragrance. It just sounds like it's gonna be really fresh, and I like really fresh fragrances. And without further ado, let's give this fragrance a first impression. Clean hand here. A couple sprays of this fragrance. Here we go. Wow, very strong. Okay, ambergris note is very, very prominent in this one. Very salty. Kind of reminds me a little bit of a stronger kind of salty note, watermelon kind of melon note they have in Millesime Imperial from Creed. This one's way, way stronger though. The ambergris is very prominent. The melon note is very prominent. It's sweet. I'm getting the green note, so that's spruce in this. Yeah, it's very... I guess spruce is like piney almost, so it's got a green kind of pine type of smell. I'm getting the C notes, very salty. Not getting the eucalyptus as much as I thought I would. The fragrance that reminds me of eucalyptus the most is Royal Mayfair from Creed. I'm not quite getting that type of eucalyptus just yet. The vetiver is very tame. Right now, I'm getting a lot of ambergris. I'm getting the C notes or the sea mist. It's a little salty. Getting that cologne, which is the melon note that I mentioned, and the spruce. Something in this is giving it a bit of like a slight off-putting magic marker kind of smell. And maybe that's from the eucalyptus or the spruce. But something in it's kind of giving it that, you know, when you guys get like the really thick black permanent markers, they have a little bit of that kind of weird smell to it. This one slightly has that, but I'm getting better notes, and it's just a slight. This isn't a bad fragrance. It's very niche though. You can tell this isn't going to be for everybody. This is definitely telling the story of this fragrance. And it smells nice, but it's a bit challenging with that permanent marker thing going on that I'm not really sure what it is. But I'm just being very transparent right now. You know, I'm pretty sure they didn't go out seeking this for it to smell that way. That's just what my brain is getting. But overall, it isn't a bad fragrance. It's fruity with that cologne note or the melon note. It's green from the spruce. It's got a little bit of salt from the sea mist. It's a little salty from the ambergris as well. A little earthy from the vetiver, though I'm not quite getting like your typical earthy, dirty type of vetiver note. And I'm starting to get that eucalyptus more. not a bad fragrance. This is definitely along the lines of one of those imaginary author fragrances that I can't really see myself wearing like on a daily basis. I mentioned that in my Telegramma video that there's a few of theirs that I like. I think my favorite being Cape Heartache, and actually got that bottle in this same bundle deal that I got. But I can wear that one. That one to me is one of my favorites in the entire house. But just some of the compositions to me are just art. And they're very, they match the story of the fragrance, but, honestly, I can't really wear some of them just because they don't really have like a beginning, a middle, and end when it comes to like a top, mid, and dry down that's like tells a full story when it comes to the fragrance. A lot of the ones that I did try are very linear, and that's not a knock on the fragrances. It's just that's just what I got. And a lot of fragrances I like. I love a nice, a nice opening, and then it changes to something else, and it changes to something else in the dry down. Again, not sure I'm getting that one right now because it's just with this fragrance because it's just the opening 15 minutes of this fragrance, but yeah, it definitely has like a dated smell to it. Kind of like whenever you set a fragrance on a shelf for a long time and you spray it after a while and it kind of has a little bit of that dated smell. I'm getting a little bit of that from this as well. Yeah, so it's been about 10 minutes and I'm getting a lot of the melon note. So it's a very salty melon type of fragrance with some green notes from the spruce and the salty notes. So, again, not a bad fragrance. I like it. It's not unpleasant. Again, just not something I can see myself wearing. I mean, I'm going to wear this one. Obviously, I have the bottle here. Probably better in the warm weather. I guess it's Texas. It could be 100 degrees tomorrow. We have the bipolar weather here in Texas. So I think it was like 75 today for a high, which wasn't bad. Decent fall weather here right now. But might be warm enough for this fragrance. But when it heats up again, I'm definitely going to wear this fragrance because, I do want to give it a fair shot. It's definitely getting better as the minutes pass. I can definitely give it that. I'm not trying to pick on this fragrance at all. I definitely see where it's going. I definitely can see why some people like it. And apparently the owner of the bottle, he went through a majority of the bottle here, so he must have liked it quite a bit. But like again, Cape Heartache is probably the favorite from the house. And there's a couple of others here and there. I don't own those, but yeah, this one isn't bad. Maybe the opening was a bit harsh for my nose, but now it's starting to settle down quite a bit, and you are left with more of a fruity, sort of salty fragrance. Fruity, salty, green, aquatic fragrance. Which this right now, after about 10 minutes, I can actually sort of deal with. So, again, it started off a little harsh, but now it's actually settling down to something quite nice. Yeah, so overall, like the fragrance, don't love it. Definitely think it's a piece of art. Definitely think it probably, it most likely fits the story behind this fragrance story because the notes do match what I did read about this one online. But yeah, again, good fragrance, but not great. Alright guys, so what are your thoughts on Every Storm of Serenade from the House of Imaginary Authors? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know your experience with this fragrance down in the comments below. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of the First 15 on my channel. If you like this video, please click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications for future First Impressions videos and fragrance-related content just like this. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. There, you'll find fragrance-related photos and future contest winners. And as always, until the next video, you guys take care. Thanks.